This scythe is dull. I need to cut grass to feed my goats. And to cut grass with the scythe needs to be sharp. So what do we do when the scythe is dull? We need to sharpen it using a whetstone. When sharpening your scythe, you need to make sure that your whetstone is nice and wet, and you want to follow this ridge that you see along the edge of the scythe there. You want to follow that ridge. That is the angle you want on your scythe. Now you push towards the cutting edge, not against, towards. Now you all the way along. And then you just quickly go over the opposite side. Now, be careful not to cut yourself as you push towards the cutting edge of the scythe. It should by now be pretty sharp. And I see now that the grass I'm cutting, it's coming off very easily and cleanly from the ground. So this scythe is now what I would call sharp enough. If you are wondering what kind of grass to feed your goat, remember, goats eat everything. Any grass will do. When sufficient amounts of grass have been cut, you gather it up into what our forebears might have called a rather unpolitically correct word that I will call a handful. Something like this. And then tie it up. I will use this simple hemp twine. Goats can certainly be hard to love. There is something cute about them, to be sure. There is also something slightly devilish about them. I understand why so many depictions and metaphors of the devil have goat-like hooves or goat-like horns. Speaking of metaphors, I know a man who might not have known what a metaphor is. Howard Philip Lovecraft. Oh goodness me, here they come. Hey, hey, hey. As I was trying to say, I want to, in this video, speak about one of Lovecraft's slightly more known stories that is also, in many ways, completely insane. Why do I think Lovecraft doesn't know what a metaphor is? Because I have never read a book in which the story is a metaphor for something greater. Like, none at all. It's all, the story is literal. Now, he might describe things in a metaphorical way, but the stories are always very literal. Like the story in The Alchemist. The Alchemist, probably most famous from that one tweet, is about the youngest member of a rather rich, rather aristocratic family, and how he inherits a castle in which all male heirs have died at the same age. And it all started when this one alchemist got rather quite mad at the protagonist's predecessor. The alchemist faced a curse on this man's family. That all men in the family, all male heirs, will die at the same age, where very young. And the protagonist in our story is starting to near that age. The main protagonist goes searching through his family castle, or his chateau because he's French, and in an old hallway, he finds something interesting. He opens a door, revealing the Alchemist. Because, and this is hilarious, instead of placing an actual curse, the Alchemist literally just invented the elixir of life. And it's the same Alchemist that has just been coming back and killing the male heir consistently for hundreds of years. And then the story ends. That's the story. Is there a metaphor in there somewhere about the problematic existence of the aristocracy? No, there is nothing in this story except for the quite interesting logic that no, curses are stupid. How about we just live forever? Goats.